Last episode, we started our journey resurrecting Schalke from Germany's 3rd division, and now we get back down to business in search of better results here in episode 2. Hey, what's going on? Respected Jeff here, and we are getting straight back to work here with Schalke. Well, last episode was our first in charge, and we definitely did not get off to a dream start. Quick reminder of where we stand: 10th place with 2 draws and a win in our opening 3. Now it's still early days, but with the quality in the squad, we need to see some more convincing performances. But with our next match in the German Cup, it's a great opportunity to add some numbers to our thin squad, and with only 5 senior defenders for our entire back 4, I think it's clear we need a little bit of depth. So Tyler Ambrose, the American in our academy, seems to be the right man for the job. Left back / center back. We're going to promote him to the team, and there you have it. He's quick, he's strong, and although he needs to work a little bit on his technical game, there is a lot of potential in this youngster. Now, I do want to note that in the future, I'm going to try to use more real-life Schalke players like S1E2 or Berisha, who are actually in the academy rather than the ones the game generates, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. But for the time being, we just need someone to help us out immediately, and Ambrose is our man. So with our focus mainly on promotion, Ambrose is going to be thrown straight into the team for this cup match, along with the front 3 of the real-life players who I mentioned before: Sane, Hoppy, Berisha, 3 real-life academy players who all make the starting lineup. So there you go, guys. The team needs to show some resilience starting now with a lot on this season, and it all starts here with our first game in the Cup. Alright, here we go. Tyler Ambrose with a debut straight after being called up out of the academy. Like I said, we are desperate for numbers, especially in defense. So he adds just a little bit more depth, but even with the signing of Ambrose, or the promotion of Ambrose rather, we still do need more numbers in defense, so keep your eyes peeled for the January window. But in the meantime, Schalke just looking for results. Chandan starts up top in that hole just behind Hoppy. And I have high hopes for the American this season, who has yet to get too many minutes. A big scare in our direction here. Thankfully, it's offsides, and 30 minutes in, the game very much still in the balance here. CD Sane given the start again and just does not look right. His touch is a little off, giving the ball away several times. And to be perfectly honest, both he and Berisha on the other wing have been completely anonymous. Hoppy, a couple decent moments, but really the star of the show here again is Himmelman, the goalkeeper, making a couple great saves and looking really rock solid in that back line. Another chance coming in, but another chance wide of the post, and it's still scoreless yet. Hoppy, like I said, great hold-up play, but he's just given no options with the other players around him. Chandan has played decent as well, but with the wingers really not brought into the game, things are not looking great here. Eventually, we do concede. We go a goal down 50 minutes into the match, and you gotta say, it has just not been good enough. Fair enough that there's been a lot of rotation in the squad, but I'm just looking for some of these younger players to step up and make an impression here. CD Sane in the second half here, looking to make something happen, and again, spends too long on the ball, gives it away again, and we just have not seen the best from the younger brother of Leroy so far. Bozdogan, though, finds himself in a bit of space here and pulls one back for Schalke. 60 minutes into the game, it's game on now. One of our more regular players, the one who finally breaks the deadlock. I'm just looking for someone else to step up and make a difference here. With the time starting to wind down here, it's crucial that we hang on again. Himmelman out there with an unbelievable save. And I gotta say, he's single-handedly keeping us in this. Pressure continues, and the pressure continues to be deflected by the Schalke backline, who are hanging on. But like I said, it's anyone's game at this point. Chandan with the 90 minutes almost up here, winning a free kick right at the edge of the area. Jefferson Farfan to step up and take this. Unfortunately, couldn't get the dip required on that shot. It's blasted over. We're going to extra time here. A very dramatic start to our cup run here, and hopefully we can start to turn the tide a little bit. Bozdogan slips through Hoppy, who can't quite get a foot on it. It hasn't quite come off for him. He's been working hard, and he hasn't played too bad, but like I said, the support around him hasn't been good enough. The service needs just a little more here. We hang on 115 minutes, gone, and another shot at the goalkeeper. Does not trouble Himmelman too much. We're going to penalties. Neither team able to break the deadlock. 1-1, the final result after extra time. We just got to hope that we can convert here in this penalty shootout. The first kick blasted over. Not a great way to start the shootout from the opposition here. Jefferson Farfan converts, and we take the lead just like that. 1-0 on penalties, and another one off the post. Has not been the ideal start here, and all we got to do is sink our second to take a definitive lead, but we cannot convert. And again, the opposition turning the tides a little bit here. We just got to keep our slim lead in the shootout alive, and we don't. Skripski saved by the goalkeeper. We're back on level terms here, and as the opposition goes down the middle, Himmelman diving to the right there. We lose the lead here, but we regain it again with a decent penalty. It's been a mixed bag so far. Himmelman making another save. If we can just finish this final shot, We will be going through Fatih Chandan, the experienced under-23 captain who's been promoted to the team and called up to make a difference this season. Saved by the goalkeeper. We're going another round, and it continues here in awful fashion. A miss from them, followed by shortly a miss from us off the crossbar from Bozdogan, and it continues here. Dorfler, the latest to step up and the latest to miss again. It's been an awful showing so far. Theo Jaggi steps up and he blasts it wide. I don't know what's going on with the pitch or the ball here, but a third opportunity in a row missed, and for the second time here, Schalke have the chance to end this with Çalhanoğlu, the one to step up and take this penalty kick, and he converts. Not the prettiest one you'll see, but the goalkeeper did not move, and we eventually finish things off. There you have it, a lot closer than we would have liked. Not the best performance from Schalke, but we get the win and hopefully a little bit of a morale boost to take us into these next few games and start to turn the tide. Good team spirit at least to pull through. We've got the victory, and now we move on. Alright, well, Cup game over, and it is back to league action. We got tons of games coming up in a row, and we're going to cover tons of them in this episode, so don't blink or you might miss some of our results here. Fatih Chandan chipping in just to say he's happy to be involved, and he's one to keep an eye out for, you guys. I did like what I saw. Obviously, he didn't score, but the team not playing great, I don't think that's a reflection of how he played. Now, we got big games coming up, and I want to be clear right away. Promotion is our ultimate goal this season. It's nothing else is acceptable. With the squad we've got, Huntelaar, Farfan, Skripski, nothing else is acceptable. So we get back to league action here in search of better results, and let's get straight to it. Alright, like I mentioned earlier, we are sitting in 10th place, only 3 games played, so definitely not time to panic yet. Technically, we are undefeated too, so we'll take that away as a bright spot. 2 draws in our opening 3, but definitely needs to be better, especially from our offense who just hasn't been able to click yet, so we'll be looking for someone to step up, and with the players we have up there, there's no reason why we shouldn't be scoring plenty of goals every single game, especially down here in the 3rd division. Like I mentioned, probably that front 3 of Skripski, Huntelaar, and Farfan are the strongest in the league, and just like that, Skripski takes matters into his own hand, 1v1 with the defender and puts it into the corner. Lovely goal, and that's really the first bright moment we've seen from him this season. He's been working hard, but nothing has quite come off yet. That is a fantastic goal, and Schalke take the lead pretty early in the match for the first time in a while. Like I said, we've been having trouble scoring goals, so hopefully we're starting to find our solution here. Bujalev, the one running offense as usual, playing in that attacking midfielder role, and he's linking up here with Huntelaar. Lovely play, chip over the goalkeeper. What a goal, but it's offsides. Absolutely heartbreaking. That would have been a lovely, lovely goal from Schalke. Bujalev, the star of the show once again at the middle of all that. Linking up with Huntelaar, well, it's definitely notable that the two of them are starting to find a little bit of chemistry between themselves. But it's got to be said that, again, the defense here is the notable, outstanding performance from this team, blocking shots, throwing themselves at it, and really keeping chances to a minimum. And like I said, despite the ratings would suggest, our defense really has been outperforming our offense. We're keeping clean sheets, and I think if we can just start finishing some more chances, these games we can hopefully just put to bed earlier. A lot of 1-0 leads here, and all it takes is a little moment, lapse in concentration to flip results the other way. Another chance in here, and denied. Hawkins cleared off the line by the defender. That should have been a second, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. These kind of chances we need to be finishing, and without finishing them, we find ourselves still only 1 goal in front, and a very, very close call. The ball slipped through there again. Himmelman there to cover. We do come away with 3 points, but again, a lot closer than I would have liked. But regardless, a second consecutive win, another important 3 points in the league. Every point's got to count this season. Let's get straight to our next game. Alright, back into action against Bayern Munich's second team down here in Division 3. On paper, not the strongest team in this division, but some very promising young players. They have Arp up top, alongside Dimitri Oberlin, who is a fantastic player. Honestly, between the two of them, we've got to be very careful in defense. Skripski charging his way through and looking to have picked up a little bit of confidence after scoring in that last game, and it's not too far off there, bulldozing his way through the defense. But it's us on the defensive now as Kern works the ball around. Bayern, very patient possession, slips the ball through. Himmelman, oh my lord, this guy is something else. He's not only a good goalkeeper for this division, but just flat out, he's been absolute class this season, but there's nothing he can do to stop that chance. Arp finds his way in behind, lovely finish into the corner, and we find ourselves down about half an hour into the match. We need to start turning the tide a little bit here in the second half. Been fairly uneventful so far with 60 minutes played, but it's Mandil down the side, our left back, getting his head up to look for options in the middle. Huntelaar makes the run, and he's always going to finish from that kind of range. Lovely cross straight to his head, and he puts it into the bottom corner. 1-1, and just like that, we have restored things back to level grounds. Now we just got to find the go-ahead goal. Like I said, draw would not be good enough here. Oberlin, the latest to have a chance at goal, and saved twice in a row. Double save by Himmelman. Oh, unbelievable stuff from our goalkeeper. I'm honestly out of words to describe his performances recently. Player of the season for us so far, for sure. Skripski, the latest to have a pop at goal. 80 minutes in. That would have been a nice one to finish. 92 minutes gone, and we do end on level terms, 1 point apiece. And I just can't shake the feeling that something is missing for our offense. We need to have more goals up front. We're creating a lot of chances, not finishing them. We drop points because of it. All right, third consecutive game here against the league leaders, actually on paper, the other best team in the league, probably with us, the other front runners, but we haven't quite been playing like it. So kind of an early season top of the table clash here as we look to grab 3 points and really establish ourselves, start turning the tides a little bit here. I feel like I've been saying that over and over, but again, and technically undefeated in the league so far. Huntelaar looking to take matters into his own hands, cuts inside, but the shot is wild and far wide of the post there. We can't capitalize. Skripski, despite still struggling a bit, he did have that goal 2 games ago, but he is working his socks off, really getting himself in good positions, winning the ball back. Notable shot from both of our wingers. They've been doing the defensive work, which I think is a big reason why we're keeping some clean sheets in these games, but we need to see a little bit more from both of them in terms of end production. Mondil, the left back, unfortunately with a terrible tackle here, so late and really lazy defending there to give away a penalty kick, and unfortunately that sees us goal down. Really poor stuff from the left back as we were playing well so far, but only 10 minutes into the match now. We have a little bit of a mountain to climb. Bujaleb looking to slide through Huntelaar again. The two of them linking up, not quite on the same page in that chance, but Skripski now the latest to find himself in behind, using his pace to make a little bit of space and cuts it back, flinging himself at it, and the bicycle kick from Theo Jaggi goes well wide. And again, Schalke creating chances, not finishing them. We need to see a little bit more here, but we go 2 goals down, some poor defending at the near post. And unfortunately for us, the mountain gets just a little bit taller. We need 3 goals to take a lead here, but the chances are pretty few and far between. Mondil, the latest to have a chance at the far post there, and he makes a mess of it. Not the best showing there from our left back. Fair play to get into the position, but we need to see better in terms of our finishing from all of our players. CD Sana coming on and looking to make some kind of difference. Bozdogan with the best chance here. The second half slipped through, and he's clean through on goal, saved by the goalkeeper. And Schalke, just not our night. 15 minutes left, and things not looking good. The game ends 2-0. A really disappointing game from us. It's our first loss of the season, but more importantly, just totally lackluster. We don't look to have any energy up top. Something needs to change here. All right, well, after those 3 results, we're still in 9th. Really no better. We've moved up 1 spot, but now after 6 games played, things starting to look just a little bit worse, and something has to change. It's just not working up top for us. Obviously, we have good players on paper, but we have a 2-week break here, so we're going to take this time for a little team bonding exercise, and it's time for the first event for the episode, a little morale boost. We're taking the team on a week-long trip to boost the mood a little bit and hopefully just turn our form around. We desperately need it. It's not been good enough, and I think we just need a little bit of change of the tides here to see better from our team. I'm going to make a couple small adjustments here. It's a little harsh maybe, but I just have to try something new as it's not working out. Huntelaar, he scored a couple goals, but something in that link-up play is not giving us enough. I'm going to try Chandan up top. He's a little more mobile of a striker. He'll give us some decent options. And in the meantime, if you guys want to check out the entire squad and give me opinions on who you think should be playing, go check out respectedjeff.com. Click on the Schalke section. You can comment directly there or on the video and just get to know the team a little bit better. So with that said, it's back to our next run of games. All right, here we go. Not good enough on our last 3. We have 3 more coming up here. And hopefully some of these tactical tweaks we've made just help the team a little bit here. Like I said, I think our biggest problem is with the striker not being mobile enough up top. Chandan, a little more of a well-rounded striker than Huntelaar, who's more of an out-and-out finisher. And you can see the effect he's having on the team right away. The link-up play is outstanding. Bujaleb finds his feet, and Chandan buries it into the top corner. Our choice paying off right away there. Our number 10 grabbing a great goal. He was instrumental in the link-up play. Bujaleb really starred the show there again with that assist. You gotta love it. A little turn behind the leg, and we find ourselves in front just like that. Mondil looking to close down, and unfortunately, a little mistake there maybe by the left back. I can't quite pin it just on him, but the covering not good enough from our entire defense, and they pull one back. And again, we're on level terms 15 minutes into the game here, and we're desperate to find a goal. A draw is just not good enough. Chandan showing what he can do, though. Great link-up play again, and he's dropping just a little bit deeper, bringing the rest of the players into the play, and our offense honestly looks revitalized with just that small change. We're working the ball around well. Skripski linking up here. Bozdogan finds himself in the box, slips it through, and again, Chandan at the end of it to finish. Who would have thought 2 goals already in his debut game in the league, or debut start rather. He's come on as a sub a couple times, but he has absolutely changed the tide of this squad, and it looks to be much, much better from Schalke. Everyone getting involved in offense. You can see the confidence levels just much higher. We've restored our lead, and we just got to hang on for the rest of the game here. Although, honestly, hanging on will not be good enough. We need to push for more. Jefferson Farfan slipped through again by Chandan, and it's cut back. Bujaleb, the latest to have a pop-at goal, saved by the goalkeeper, but it has been much better from Schalke. Defense obviously doing the work once again, despite that goal. Really locking things up down here. Bujaleb, little give and go here with Chandan. Lovely play, and he slips him through again. Chandan on a hat trick, takes a touch, and a finish. Lovely stuff again. Bujaleb, the one really linking up with the striker, and I'm starting to think that maybe that little bit of understanding between Huntelaar and Bujaleb was honestly more down to Bujaleb's brilliance in linking up with strikers rather than something special between the two, because he's doing the same here with Chandan, who on the flip side from the way Huntelaar has been playing is able to finish many of these chances. Hat trick, and we look to have wrapped things up now. One final chance in at goal. Whistle blows. 3 huge points in the best performance we have seen from Schalke so far. Much, much better from the team. Man of the match performance there from Fatih Chandan, and hopefully this could be the turning point for our season. Great stuff. We take the points and move on. All right, well, the talk of the town here in our next match is that Chandan starts up top once again. Again, I don't want to be too harsh to Huntelaar. It's not like he's played awful or anything, but we just got to do what's working for us here. Anyone who's playing is just going to start on merit. That's the way we got to handle this season if we want results. Again, Mondil, a little disappointing, and again, maybe a little harsh. He hasn't played awful, but a couple mistakes here. So Çalhanoğlu, the left back, it gets the start over him this time around and plays well. You can see him linking up there and getting himself forward and really starting to bring some defensive players into the play as well, and we look to be a little sharper up top. Shot from distance does go wide here, and we find ourselves on the back foot early in the match here. Plenty of chances coming in behind, but again, our defense stands firm. Çalhanoğlu, the latest to kick it out. Again, the left back has really stepped up to the plate here after being given the start, but the first goal of the game comes as Chaw gets himself forwards. The center back, not the likeliest of goal scorers, and it's a little opportunistic from him, but we take the chance off the corner and score. Quick little look at that replay. You gotta love it. The player's definitely high on confidence. You gotta say, I really feel strongly that that little morale boost to the team from the team trip has made the difference for this team, and you love to see it. Maybe a little bit of confidence was all we needed here. Çalhanoğlu doing really well again to win the ball back, and although the opposition comes back in our direction, it has been great stuff from the left back so far, throwing his body on the line. And like I was saying with Chandan, anyone who does well this season is just going to get the start on merit. Himmelman making the save again, but unfortunately Hawkins sliding through there. It was a really poor challenge in the first place, let his man go, and then flew in with a late tackle there. And unfortunately for us, with the 1-goal lead, it means if they score, things are back on level terms, but they miss, and we maybe a little fortunately remain in front in this game. Jefferson Farfan puts it through again, and Chandan buries it into the back of the net. What a volley from the striker, who is flying high off of confidence right now. Jefferson Farfan finally starting to get involved into the play. Lovely cross from the winger. We solidify our lead here with 2 goals. Chandan looking really high on confidence here. Pops one in from distance. This time it's saved from the goalkeeper. Definitely not too far off though, as we continue to press high up the pitch. Theo Jaggi closing down. Little ball over the top here. And the chase is on. Himmelman all the way out to cover it. Hasn't put a foot wrong in many, many games, honestly, the goalkeeper. Just like that, we maintain our lead. 2-0 win. Huge 3 points. Again, our second consecutive win. And this is much more like it from the team. Lovely performance once again. And hopefully that little bit of man management did the trick. All right, well, 3rd game in a row, and then we'll take a little break again. One thing to note here tactically, like I mentioned earlier, Skripski and Farfan have been working so hard on offense. And like I was saying earlier, they're definitely not being prolific in terms of goal scoring or even assisting, but in terms of opening the play up and allowing us to play down the middle, they're actually responsible for our defensive success as well, really pressing high up the pitch. And honestly, just based off of that, they're going to continue to start. They maybe could do a little better in the final third, but I think that'll come in time. And in terms of this game, it's definitely a lot closer than we would have liked. The defense does hold strong though, and we just need to start finishing our chances a little bit more. Honestly, it's the running theme for this season, we already know that, but we're creating a lot, and I have no doubt that in time things will start to fall. Chandon obviously has turned the tides a little bit up top, and if we just see a little more from the rest of the team in terms of the wingers and bringing them into play, I think this team is going to start playing just that much better. Jefferson Farfan, the latest to get slipped in, and exactly what we're talking about starts to happen here. Farfan finishes a lovely chance into the far corner. What a finish, and what a counterattack there from Schalke. Chandon, the man to link up play once again, and he's been the little piece in this machine that's really started to turn the tide of our offense. And now we just got to make sure we hang on. 45 minutes gone. Himmelman, easy enough save. We take it to halftime with a 1-goal lead again. Now will this be a familiar story for Schalke, giving up a lead to settle for maybe a draw or even a loss? Hopefully not. The team is starting to definitely play better than it was early in the season. Çalhanoğlu again, the man to link up defense to offense. Chandon working his way through here, a little overdone maybe, but the way he's playing, I'll let him do whatever he wants in the final third, as long as we continue to score goals. About 60 minutes into the match now. Again, like I mentioned earlier, Skripski working so hard, cuts out the counterattack with his hard defensive work, and our team honestly starting to find their form a little bit in terms of responsibilities, and who's going to start marking men, things like that. Working the ball out of the back now. With about half an hour remaining, we find ourselves under siege here. Janssen working a ball through, and we just have to make sure that we keep our clean sheet here. Himmelman responsible for the save again. We need a little bit of energy up front. Sidi Sane given the chance again. We got to see better from the winger. He has not been that great so far this season, but he's so young, still plenty of room to grow. And once again, Himmelman, another save to keep us in this game. 2 minutes remaining in the match. All we got to do is cling on here for the 3 points. I'll take it as long as we can come away with the win here. Closing down on the wing, it's Becker, but he's getting the better of by his man. Ball in the box again. Shaw sent the wrong way, and this is looking very dangerous against us here. Blocked, and another shot goes just wide of the post, and like that, the whistle blows. Oh my lord, such a close call. But, I mean, that's our third consecutive win in a row. Much better from the team after that little break we had, the team vacation, and a little morale boost. So we take our points, we keep our heads up, and we move on. All right, well, finally starting to turn the tide, and in the meantime here, an offer has come in from China for Mandil, who has lost his starting spot in the last 2 games. Again, a little harsh. It's not even like he's played that bad, but at 70 overall, he could bring us in a huge bit of revenue. So if Çalhanoğlu continues to start in that left back spot, we might want to consider cashing in and using this money elsewhere. Obviously, we could use a lot more depth in this team, so we could reinvest some of that money. I'm going to go in with a huge offer. I'm not really expecting it to go through, but he's one to keep an eye out for. If, like I said, if Çalhanoğlu continues to keep that starting spot in January, we might be looking at a transfer. Schalke up to 2nd place now after 9 games played this time around, completely turned our luck around here, and we look to be in much better form here, really making a push for the league. And we have a stretch of games here in October, 4 league games, and we're back to the cup as well, so hopefully we can continue to grind out wins in some of these. We'll take on a couple more games here, and then we will leave the rest to next episode. Like I said, we're going to be taking on a lot more games per episode now as I put out less videos a week, but the team hopefully continues to win. Taking a look at this Çalhanoğlu, like I said, I mean, he's just been playing so well, I can't justify taking him out of the squad. It's not like Mendil's been awful, but we'll take what we can get for the time being. As long as results continue to pour out, we're going to keep putting out the same starting 11 here, because all we need is points. We need promotion this season. So the usual starting 11 at this point. Let's get straight back into action here against Hansa Rostock. All right, here we go. Another game, another chance at 3 points. It's an away matchup, but Schalke, 3 wins off the bounce here, and all we got to do is keep that form going, really. We've seen the best of many of our players. Defense performing well for the most part, especially with a couple of these tweaks we've made, and ever since Chandon came into the squad, it's been a completely revitalized offense. We're starting to score goals to really look a lot sharper up top, and I think we're just starting to find our rhythm. We've had a bunch of close calls in a row here. We'd like to separate the gap a little bit in some of these wins, but I think the pretty style is going to start to develop in time. We don't need to be playing like Barcelona down here in Division 3. We just need wins. So even if those are coming a little closer than we would have liked, I'll still take the points. So all we need to do is make sure we keep that going here. Skripski under fire because of his lack of goals. Obviously, he's only scored the 1 this season, but like I said earlier, I completely back him. His hard work has completely made it worthwhile for us, Fortunately for us here, Bozgodon getting involved in the offense and starting to pull his weight in terms of scoring goals. Great link-up play here from the offense. Again, Shandon, the man who's linking up the play, slips him through there, and that is a lovely goal to put us in front. Now it's just a matter of defending well here and making sure that if we can keep the clean sheet alive, we will go through for a win. But as the story has been for our past several games, we just need to make sure we can grab maybe a little bit of an insurance goal and start to see things through a little more comfortably at the end of games here. Farfan, again, doing the hard defensive work, winning the ball back, and then sprinting up the pitch, looking for a way through. Lovely link-up play, and it's beautiful stuff here from Schalke. Bozgodon all the way out wide with Skripski cutting inside, and unfortunately ball given away there, but great build-up play, and hopefully we can start to cap off some more of those chances. Becker trying to close down here as the counterattack is headed in our direction just before the end of the first half, and he drives it out wide here. Great stuff again from our defense. Oh, nervous ball coming in. Oh my Lord, again, Himmelman barely getting a fingertip save to that and barely keeping us in this match once again. Whistle blows. We take it to halftime, and the second half kicks off again with us under fire here. The chance just wide. The pass, if it was an inch or two closer to the head of the striker, we could have found ourselves in dangerous trouble here. Chandan takes a lovely touch through, saved by the goalkeeper again and again. It's a really close match for us so far. We need to hit some of these goals because honestly a second goal would completely change the shape of this game for us. 75 minutes into the game, back to the top of the box. Bujaleb shot straight at the goalkeeper, and again, another chance gone missing for Schalke. Becker finding himself far up the pitch, and we're getting forwards with numbers. 3 men to aim at in the box. Finds the feet of Farfan. Marchand slips it through. Sané, oh, saved by the goalkeeper, and again, Sidi Sané not quite making a case for himself here after coming on as a sub. 89 minutes gone here. It remains a very close game. Story of our season, really, but it's a deflected shot straight at the hands of Himmelman, and all we need to do is keep a hold of possession here. Boot the ball up high at the pitch. Again, another very, very close win, but again, another 3 points. We take our 4th consecutive win here, keep our heads up, and we move on. All right, well, the talk of the town in the post-game press conference here is about Skripski and his frustrating run and form in front of goal. Again, we got to back our player. I feel like the defensive work and the hard work he's doing opening spaces up top for the rest of our players has been paying off, and despite him not scoring goals, we are grinding out wins. So we've given Sané the chance. It's not like other players have done a better job in that role. He's definitely still our best bet at left wing for the time being. And now in terms of the game, obviously another close call, and we're starting to come under fire for leaving these games too late, but like I've been saying, we'll take the points as we can get them as long as we continue to grind out wins. I'm happy with the team. 10 games played, we are in second place, only 2 points off of first. It's looking much, much better from us. We turned it around, starting the episode in 10th, finishing in second, not too bad at all. And if we can just maintain this kind of form for the rest of the season, we surely will be going up to Division 2 next season. Like I said, that is our ultimate goal. That is the goal we're pushing for this season, and nothing less will be acceptable with the kind of team we have. Despite our lack of depth, I mean, we have probably the best team on paper. Another small thing to note here, I don't know why my name is showing up as Respect the Matthews up top. I went in, I checked, we had a comment in the last episode. You can see here it says Respect the Jeff, but when I back out, for whatever reason, it's still showing as that. So for anyone else who caught that, just a little explanation. In the meantime, if you guys want to consider subscribing to the channel, helps me out a ton, or consider joining the coaching staff, go to patreon.com/respectthejeff. They've been helping me make huge decisions for this, as well as getting some behind the scenes content as we roll in new players, new kits, things like that. And make sure you stay tuned for the episodes coming up. I got some huge surprises coming up. I won't spoil anything just yet, but some really exciting stuff happening in the next episode or 2, so you won't want to miss that. So with that said, I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.